Choosing your sensitivity in CSGO can be a really tough decision, and even after hundreds of hours, a sensitivity still might feel uncomfortable to you, or might just cause you to miss easy kills sometimes. So today, I'm going to be talking about how to choose the sensitivity that best fits you. So if you enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, let's get right into it. A lot of different videos like this are just gonna tell you to go play deathmatch and see if your settings feel comfortable. So first, I want to tell you why that might not be the best option. First of all, deathmatch is something that everybody plays, whether it's to warm up or try out new settings. But the thing about deathmatch is, a lot of the time you're going to be put into gunfights where you either spawn with somebody staring at you from behind and just constantly having to check behind yourself and having to worry about adjusting really quickly and having to be like sloppy and hope you hit shots, but at the same time making micro adjustments while flicking the players' heads or maintaining a spray. And the thing is, that's incredibly hard to do, whether you're on really low or high sense, and can always just cause you to doubt the settings you're playing on. Think about it like this. If you're in a match of competitive, how often are you going to be constantly flicking behind you and doing complete 180s? Practically never. It's just not a good way to practice getting better at aiming. But since a lot of players choose their sensitivity based off deathmatch, they feel like they need a higher sense to get kills, which really isn't the case at all and tends up making them miss a lot of easy kills when they play competitive. This is why I'm a huge advocate for a couple different ways of warming up to help you get used to your sense and not just worry about having an insanely high sense to do easy 180s. First is a map called Fast Aim/Reflex Training, which will be linked at the top of the description. It's a simple map where bots just run at you, and it's useful because it can give you a feel on how to adjust your aim quickly and get used to the feel of it, rather than just having to constantly 180 and worry about dying behind you. This map allows you to take time between shots, not rush and feel like you have a high sensitivity, and overall this is probably my most preferred way to warm up. I feel like it's really helpful with precision aiming and gets you to not rush your shots and miss easy kills. The next map I want to go over is actually going to be aimbots, and you're probably like, oh, of course everybody always goes over aimbots, but a lot of new players just tend to stand still and click heads while playing it. But I feel like aimbots can be used in a ton of different ways. Spray transfers especially is something I don't see a ton of people doing, especially new players, and once you get comfortable with your sense, it's definitely something you should consider trying out, as it's a really useful skill to have. But just tapping heads and slowly getting used to your sense at first is a good way to go. If it feels good to you and you don't feel like you're missing sprays or shots because it's too high, you can always lower it. Of course, using it in actual competitive and not just aim training maps is something you have to do as well. And just thinking in the back of your head why you're losing gunfights. Like, are you flicking too hard, struggling to readjust, which both of those are usually most of the time the case, which usually results in you lowering your sense. Or if you feel like your sense is too low because you struggle to flick between players consistently, entry, or multi-frag quickly. So overall, you just have to take note in how you're dying and losing gunfights and try to adjust your sense off that. But of course, consistency is another huge aspect of becoming better at aiming. If you find something that's working for you, don't feel the need to constantly adjust it. You are going to miss some kills sometimes, so don't feel like you need to go changing all your settings when it happens. The key to becoming better at aiming is consistency. If you don't put consistent time into practicing aiming and take note in what aspects you're struggling in, it'll take even longer to improve. But at the same time, don't expect to become Shroud in a week's time. Like every other skill, aiming takes a lot of time to learn. And once again, just keep your settings consistent once you find something that works for you. But besides that, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.